Hello everyone and welcome to a new video of mine. In this video, I will be showing you how to work with templates in Live2D and how to properly use one. So, your result should be looking something like this. This is what I got from using the template, like the default template. However, I used it properly and I will show you how you can do this too. This is how it will look like at the end of our tutorial, and your result should be something like this. I did not trick anything here. The template did everything for me. Actually, the body doesn't deform because it didn't deform well. But the template should help you get basic angles and things like breathing. It will never work well for eye blinking and mouth. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so first import your PSD model. Once you have that done, we can now proceed to the next step. If your character has expressions, such as these hearts, they are fine. Also, the head shadows here are fine as well, like these shadows or the one under the bangs. However, if you have something like shadow over face, for example this, even if it's hidden, it can still display on the template. And when that happens, you won't be able to see what you're doing. I might be able to show you an example of that. So, yes, here. Always check this because even if my folder is basically it's hidden, I can still see this layer. So you're better deleting them and adding them later again. Alright, now we have to clip all the parts that we need. So I will copy the head ID. Oh, alright, one important step. Select everything, click here, and do a standard deformation. This is all you need. You don't need little or heavy. Standard is fine. So put it on standard. Now we have art meshes here. I will pull this down. And now we will basically clip things. If you don't know how to clip things, copy paste this and put it here. I will put the same ID on this part too. This is in case you don't know how to clip stuff. You always select the thing which you want, like this to be on, and copy paste it. If you get what I mean. These are not important, so if you have something like shadows now, like these shiny thingies, you can remove them. We don't need them. Alright, this seems fine for a start. Don't forget to save your files. You can also clip dice if you want, but I don't really think that's necessary. Alright, so now if you have all the parts clipped, you can apply a template. It's also worth mentioning that if you struggle to find something in your layers, you can click here and wait. Yes, so you have to click here on this symbol and now you can search. So I could search hair if it lets me. Here. This is how you can find layers easily. And if you don't want, this is basic. When it's like this, you search, and when you click on it again, you don't search anymore. I just thought that this could be useful for you. Alright, let's apply a template. File, apply template. Okay, now we have some pre-made templates here, so you can pick the ones which you like. You should always pick the one which suits your character the best. This means if your character is front-facing, we should select a front face view. if you are using something like this is for face rig, but I think the easier templates, like the more simple ones, are easier to use. I also like this one because that's the direction my character is facing in. Also, you can basically make your own templates. Then you would load them in the menu. Okay. Now you have to adjust this picture. Click here and fix transparency opacity. This will stop the blinking effect. You don't have to hold shift while sizing it up. It will automatically be like this. We will now adjust it to our model. Can rotate it too. I will mainly focus on the head because I feel like the head is more complicated than the body. So try to align it with your head. I think this is fine. When you're satisfied, you can look here at this menu. You can see that some of these parameters have a little symbol here. I'm talking about all of these. And you can use them to adjust the template. Like this. Alright? Now just adjust them to your character. Adjust the eyes. You can adjust the nose as well. The mouth. As you can see, I'm just adjusting it to my model art, which is not finished yet, but I wanted to show you anyway. Alright. Okay, this parameter doesn't do anything anymore. You only care about these parameters. Okay, so adjust it. Try to do this properly. It can be a bit tricky at first. And if you do not like your template, you can click here to change it. If you're satisfied, you can click here and apply your template. Alright, and now you can see it's not looking well, but it's fine because we will fix it. You want your character to stop from moving, so click here on the playback, and by doing so, your character will stop moving. Okay, now we have to do something which is called link matching components. So I will click on this chest. I will click on her torso and click this. Just the same thing if you have, like, this is my whole torso, so I will link it. Same thing for the skirt, link matching components. If you have something like a tail, I would align it to the skirt because the skirt doesn't deform as much as the body, so it will be easier to edit. Link the lower arm with the lower arm of the template. Same for the upper arm. Align upper arm with the template's upper arm. For the belt, I think you can use a skirt, but you could also use this. Although, I don't know if it's gonna do any good. And if your character has neck accessories, like this choker, link them to the neck as well. Link all of the neck accessories to the neck of the template. For horns on this place and earrings, link them to the ears like this. For the eyes, it might be tricky to get some at first. See, I didn't delete this mesh here, and now it's causing me trouble. So I can click somewhere here on the menu, and I can pick which one I want to align. Alright, that was my mistake. If this happens to you, you'll have to redo it all over again. This is why you should always delete your face shadows. Alright, so for example, you have this earring, but you can't see the template's ears, even if you click here. Then you can align it to the blush. Or you can just click here and find it on the menu and link matching components. This might be time consuming, but if you do it properly, the result can be kind of good. If you have any highlights, make sure to link them to the template's highlights, like this. The lower eyelashes should be aligned like that. The lower eyelashes should be aligned with the template's middle lash. Same for this. Although the eyes will not look good in the final process, but that's fine because this will still help you adjust it properly and you'll have less work later on. That's why we're doing it like this. These parts, I lined them with the front bangs. I think it's called in a hoagie, but I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. If I pronounce it wrong, then I'm sorry. Like that. I think you get the idea. It can be a bit tedious, but it will really help you in the process. For the legs, align them to the model's leg. Like this. Align all the parts. Like if you have these leg parts and the template only has this part, align all of the legs here. Alright, so by playing the playback button, you can check if everything is in order and if you like the movement. So let's do some revisions. I mean, like in revise. Let's revise this. So for the tail, you should put it with the skirt. For the legs, put the left leg with this leg and the right leg with the right leg. For the arms, put them with the upper arm and the lower arm. You can use the torso for the belt, but maybe a skirt would be better because it will deform less. These buttons here, I haven't really explained them, but this basically makes all the layer order the same as in the template, so it will replace some parts. For example, this hair here will be on top of the head. And this is not really a good idea because it's gonna mess things up. What you want to do is this and stick to this. Motion folder will open the motion folder of the template, which means the files with the motion. And parameter palette, this will open the palette with the parameters here. And here, I think this means that everything will go back to default. So that's what you should do. That's what you should know. And this will basically make you go back and you can adjust the template here. Once you are satisfied, you can click here and apply template preview. That's what we will do now. Close this. Apply template preview. Check if it's okay. I think this is fine. Also, even though I had this layer hidden, it still displays on the template. So if you have any unfinished layers, you should delete them. This also applies for reference image. Click OK. And I should mention that when you are doing templates, you can't really save it during the process. So if your computer is bad and it crashes, you will lose all your progress, which is why we should save now. Alright, so now you can see that everything is in Japanese, but this is fine because we can rename our layers. I will delete this because I find it unnecessary. Same for this. Get rid of these things if you have any. They will only cause some mess during the rigging. So get rid of any unnecessary parts like that. Okay, now let's check our parameters palette. And we will adjust the eyes to this angle X. And this is angle Y. So we can rename them now. Check how it looks like. If you like the movement or not. Click here, set parameter. And if you look at the IDs, you can see what the parameter is. So you can copy paste this. Like this. Now, if I click on the eyelashes, I think those are eyelashes. And I can see how they deform. This is not too bad, but you want a smoother movement. So click here, go to modeling, edit form, copy form. Now go here, modeling, edit form, paste form. By doing so, the eyelashes will now revert to its original form while still staying active on the parameter. You can do this with all the keyforms. Click here, select. This will select everything. Now you can go here, copy form again. Click here and paste the form. This will do all of it at once while still staying active on the parameter. This is very useful. You can do the same for eye smile. Alright, let's check the eye smile. Eye smile is not the best. Click on the eyelash again. Which one is eye smile? I think it's this one. Now click here, select everything, and delete all your keyforms. Click here, click select, and now apply all of them here again. This is the easiest way of how to redo this. Do the same process for this eye. That's even worse. Select, and again edit form and paste form. Modeling, edit form, copy form, modeling, edit form, paste form. Like this. Click here, select everything again, make it inactive. Click here again, select everything, and make it active here. Also, the nose should not be here. If you make any mistakes, you can always undo this. Or at least I think the nose was on the parameter. Was it? Alright. So now you can just delete it since it does not belong here. If you don't align it properly, you might have some problems with it later on. You can do the same thing for the mouth. So we will just repeat the process. Find when it's active. Go here, reset to default values. Select everything. Make it inactive here. As well as here, because the mouth is mostly unusable when it's done from the template. Now check the hair physics. This is fine. Let's name this hair front physics. Parameter, Alright, find it. Find the deformer. If you look at its ID, you can see the name. So this means that it's the front hair. This can help you a lot if you can't speak Japanese. Or physics. Okay. Fine. Look at these. Now these do not look very well. So click here, reset to default values. You can click here, select, and you can undo everything. Or check the movement if you like any parts here. But I think that none of these parts deform well. So select everything and undo everything. Let's look at this hair. This hair is not that bad. Alright. Also, don't forget to click here. Settings for eye blinking and lip sync. And here you should do the eyes. Make sure to rename your parameters first. Because now that we still have it active, we can still find which parameter is the eyes without having to search a lot. If you look at the ID, I can just copy paste this and I will know it's IL open. You'll have to rename all of your deformers as well. Let's look at the body. I think the body isn't looking that well. No, that's not the body. Yep, this is really bad. So again, select everything here and undo it. This doesn't look that bad, so I think you might be able to keep this. You can do more adjusting later. I didn't do this properly, so it looks like this. But if you do it properly, you'll get a better result. Alright, let's see what we have now. Open the physics to check if everything is okay. And now we can see how it moves. And for the angle X, this is actually really nice. I will show you how it looks like on a model which I made properly, which was the one I showed you at the start of the video. Also make sure to line all parts like these. You don't want this to happen. Before you do any adjusting, make sure to rename your layers properly. Like, you should definitely rename these or you won't know what you're doing. That's what you should know. So once you have that renamed, don't forget this option. Eye blinking and lip sync. Here. So I hope this helped you. I will now show you the other file again. This is the model where I put more effort into it. And this is how the angles look here. It's similar, but it's not bad. And it definitely helps a lot. I like how even the face shadow moves here. If you can see, I think it's actually really nice. Here the body moves better, in my opinion, a bit better. So I hope this helped you. Because I didn't really see anyone make a detailed tutorial on templates, so I decided to make one of my own. So that kind of sucks because now you have to rename all these things, but it's not that bad because you will get the default rig, so you don't have to rig from scratch, and then you can just rename it to English and use it as a template. So if this helped you, you can consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next video.